Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Yes, I am aware I've posted this video very late. But you know, life kind of just happens sometimes, and by the time you guys see this video, Hyde Cosmetic has already come out with more shades in their line. I did get these products when they first came out, so I did just get that notification that more shades have also come out. Now, I hope you guys still enjoy this video. It is a thorough video, so I will try and edit it as short as I can. I haven't done a makeup video in quite a while, and I think this is my first makeup video for this year. So you guys, hope you guys enjoy. Another late video will be coming because it's really hard to tell when summer starts here in Washington. But now summer is like already almost over, so it's kind of like and you know, in that next video I'll really explain you guys why it came out so late. So I hope you guys enjoy this review video. Let's get to it. Today I'm going to be reviewing Hyde Beauty. So here is the foundation. I've got them in 3 shades, and I also have the concealers also in 3 shades. And you guys know whenever I do these reviews, I have to buy them in multiple shades because I can never figure out what my skin tone is, and sometimes those shade ranges that they have, either there's too many shades or there's just not enough shades. So I mean, it's better to get, you know, a few shades anyways, just to be sure. So Hyde pretty much on their website stands for hide everything. It claims to literally cover up tattoos, it's waterproof, it's lightweight, it's long lasting. It says up to 12 plus hours on the website, but we're really gonna put that through the test. Here in Washington right now, it's pretty humid, it's getting pretty hot. This is the first time I've ever lived anywhere where houses didn't have AC. Yeah, they don't have AC. There's a heater, but there's no AC. And people really think it's cool enough outside where the whole house cools down. No, definitely not. Like, I'm in the kitchen right now, and the living room feels a lot cooler for now, but later on in about the next, I don't know, something hours, it's gonna get pretty hot in the house, and I don't like the heat. So with all that sweat, we're gonna be doing a test with that. So it's gonna be like a hot test, like a heat resistant test. It's gonna be a sweat proof test because I think I will be going to the gym tonight. We'll be putting this foundation and concealer to the test. The foundation is medium to full coverage, and the concealer is full coverage. The one thing I really like and that I noticed is that on the bottom of the box and on the bottom of the, I don't know if you guys can really see it, on the foundation tube itself, tells you the expiration date, like just all written out. So not only does it have, like, you know, the little jar with the number of the month, it actually tells you right there the full expiration date. And I feel like that's so much easier to kind of know when your stuff is about to expire, because some of the other stuff I can never remember when exactly I bought it, but this tells you exactly what year it's going to expire, and that helps me out a lot. I think a lot of other brands should start doing that as well on their products as well as on their boxings, because I really do look at the entire box. And on the concealer, it says the expiration date on the bottom as well, just like on the tube does also. So we're definitely going to swatch the colors first just to see which one would be a better shade for me. And instead of doing it on my face, as you can tell, I have a lot of freckles. I was born with freckles. They're not black spots, they're not sunspots or anything like that. These are my natural freckles. And I do have a lot of texture around my nose at the moment. I get a lot of texture around my chin, dry spots like around my sides of my mouth, and texture and dry spots on my nose, of course. Everything else of my face is fine, which is weird. I don't know why. Whenever I was looking for my foundation shade and my concealer, I noticed that the shade range wasn't very broad. Let's put it like that. I felt like there weren't a lot of different, like, how do you call it, undertones for the amount of shades that they had. I did have to get some shades that were more on the yellow side, like a warm yellow undertone, and I grabbed some that were also neutral because I really couldn't tell, or at least it just didn't really picture it quite well on the website, and I'll show you guys that like somewhere down here when I'm talking about like what shades I got, what undertone it is, and like what exactly it looks like compared to the swatches I'm about to do. So in these, I've got light beige, I've got sand, and I've got walnut, and you're gonna see that the darker shade is actually lighter than one of the lighter shades, which is weird. So, and you'll see exactly on like the little scale that I will attach to the video as well. It's just so weird. I don't know why. We're gonna go ahead and you guys are gonna laugh at me. I didn't have any like clear surfaces to really test this on, so I have like a small potted lid that I haven't really set up yet, and it's the clearest thing I can find, so we're gonna use that. I know, it's really silly. So let me go ahead and open these. I'm gonna do light beige first. I think I'm gonna do it on the like concave side. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of that. So this is, got it. I'm gonna make this work as best I can. I'm probably gonna use my finger to like drag it up and down just so you guys can see exactly what that color looks like. So far this is light beige. Okay, and you can tell it looks a little more on the neutral side, but it still looks kind of, has like the yellow undertone. So this was the lightest one that I can find, and it might be, I don't know if that would work. I might have to mix shades today. I don't know about that. So let's go in with the next color, which is actually the darkest one after this. And you're going to be really shocked how different it is from the next shade up that I got. The next shade is sand. This is the next shade being sand. And you can tell it's a big jump. But this is considered light medium, which is more on the medium side to me than I think it is light medium. And then the next shade we're going to do is walnut. For some reason, sand it definitely had a more warm golden undertone. I think walnut might have been the neutral shade, I'm not sure. So, wow, they're very similar, but you're going to tell that sand is a lot darker than walnut, which doesn't make any sense to me. Alright, so you can see there's a huge difference. This is walnut, which is supposed to be the next color from sand, but you can definitely tell sand is darker than walnut. And I can already tell that walnut is going to be my shade that I'm going to do for my face. As for concealer, I also have these in 3 shades. I've got them in vanilla and walnut, which is going to be my concealer shades, and I did get a darker one for contour because you guys know I've been really liking like the liquid contour as well. I feel like it builds a lot better, and especially since I like that natural dewy finish, a concealer, like a dark concealer, makes a really good contour slash bronzer kind of thing, and then I still touch it up with like powder, of course. So Truffle is the shade that I got, that's the darker one, and these are my 2 concealer shades. And just in case you're wondering what the doe foot applicator looks like, it's actually a really good size. It's not super big like Shape Tape Tarte, yeah. It's a little bit, it's actually, I would say it's about, it kind of looks like the e.l.f. one, but I think a little bit smaller. It fits a lot better on the under eye. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put this on the glass and show you the difference between the vanilla and the walnut. Here is vanilla and this is walnut. It looks exactly the same as the walnut foundation. Sometimes you never know if it's going to be the exact same match, but it literally looks like they put some foundation in the concealer tube and just made it a little bit more full coverage. So I already know I'm going to use the vanilla as the concealer, and if you really want to know what the Truffle looks like, I'll show you still. It's hard to find a concealer that's more on the cooler side than the warmer side. I don't like to use like warm tone like dark concealers for bronzer, just because it looks so red once you like blend it out, and I really don't like that. It's not what I'm trying to go for. See, this one definitely looks more cooler, which is exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep my face, and I'll be right back. Clearly I have zoomed you guys up to my face. I've already prepped and moisturized my face. I'm actually going to put the light beige and the walnut on here and kind of just mix them together, because I noticed that whenever that walnut set, it dried a little bit darker, and I didn't want it to be too dark. Let me show you. One full pump, maybe a little bit more, and it didn't seem like that was enough. Just a little bit of that, like probably in the center. I'm gonna go ahead and mix that with my fingers. Kind of like put that on my face. So I'm gonna be using a sponge. I've already dampened it, and what I like to do to make sure there's not too much water in it, wrap it up in a towel or a paper towel and just squeeze the excess out. It's a really good way to make sure it doesn't like mess up your application. And it says that it's really lightweight, and I want to see if one pump is enough to like really get the job done. Since I did have to mix the color a little bit, it might give me a little bit more coverage. Whoa. Wow. Wow. Ooh. I'm really liking this. And you guys, I think you guys remember the last two reviews I did was the Selena Gomez one and Justin Bieber's wife, Hailey. They both came out with their own makeup brands, and I did try them out. There were a lot of flaws that I think the brands could have definitely, could use some work, definitely. With formula, I think the quality, the smell of the foundation and all of that, like, to be honest, this doesn't smell like anything. Which is definitely something I am like a huge advocate for. It really does feel lightweight, which is pretty amazing trying this out. And this is only half of my face, but the coverage, I kid you not, is amazing. Like, look at this compared to this. Yeah, it's covering up quite a bit. Like, I am shook. Perfect match. I think mixing it was definitely a good call, just because there weren't really enough shades on the website. Like, it's just really hard to choose what shade is right for your skin. And I still actually have a lot on my little glass thing. Still definitely have a lot more I could use. So I'm gonna see if I need to touch up any areas. But it really doesn't look like I need to touch up anything, really. It looks flawless. It looks perfect. And it's already starting to get a little bit warm in the house. I'm starting to get kind of hot and, oh, just like really sweat under these armpits. Like, whoo! Jeez. Pretty soon we'll get like an AC unit so we can keep the house a lot cooler. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that looks really good. I'm so shocked. Wow. Yep. I am definitely pretty happy with this foundation. Like, this is probably going to be my new favorite foundation, and it's actually pretty affordable. I think the regular price was $30, and since there was a 20% off sale for Memorial Day, which if you go on the website now, everything still should be on sale, I believe, and it brought it down to about $26, and the concealer on sale was $16, which those are more affordable prices than some of the other brands I think I've come across. I think Hailey's might be a little bit cheaper as well, because they always have sales going on and all this stuff, but I feel like their formula is too thick and it just smells atrocious. Like, I don't like it. The only thing I like from Hailey's brand is like the stick foundation, but that's about it. So let's see, concealer, we're gonna go in with, oh, here it is, vanilla. And that's the one that's gonna be lighter. Let's see if I can zoom you guys in a little bit more. Oh yeah, I definitely got you guys like zoomed in. I'm starting to use my camera a little bit more just because the quality is a lot better, and this is what sometimes I use to do my vlogs with. If you go ahead, I'm still trying to get used to like the new makeup trends of 2021, and so I'm just going to apply a little bit there, a little bit there. I'm going to put a little bit on my eyelid just because I want to set that for my makeup today. I don't really know what I want to do for makeup. Should I go for something a little more natural? And with the same sponge, I'm gonna, let's zoom you guys out some. There we go. I like to do these small spaces first. And then the vanilla concealer, I believe, is a neutral undertone, but it was the only one that seemed to be the right shade for me. All the other ones were too light, and then after vanilla it started to get a little bit too dark. So I want a more natural brightening effect, but not my skin tone. Walnut was more my skin tone, but I got it anyways just to be super sure, because you can never be too sure. But I really like this concealer. For a concealer that's full coverage, it really does look natural. It doesn't look cakey, but it has like that radiant natural finish to it. I'm really loving the way it melts into the foundation. Just perfect and ever so slightly. Like, it's not super brightening, but it's like, it fits my skin great. In my link tree, I've got all my links there. Check them out. Try to get you guys some nice stuff. Trust me, you will not regret it. I only buy from the best. I give you my word. So let's go ahead in with Truffle, and I'm going to go ahead and dot that on my temples and a little bit. I really don't want to do too much, so I'm going to try one dot first just to see what it does. So let's do 2 dots. Let's put a little bit more there. And let's do like 1, 2 there. 1, 2 there. Ooh, definitely not warm. Yes, not a warm concealer. It definitely has more of that chocolatey look to it. Oh yeah, that's definitely what I'm looking for. It's like the perfect cool tone concealer. Yes! I freaking love how it looks so natural. I'm sorry, this is more excitement than I'm used to. Like, I am hella excited. Like, if I met Paris Hilton in person, I would give her a giant hug right now because she's just amazing. Wow. It blends in so nice. You guys have no idea how excited I am right now. Like, I've never felt so excited about makeup in my entire life. It looks so good. It looks really bright and shiny at the moment because I haven't applied any powder yet. But off camera, like in my mirror, without so much light, let's see if I can turn down this light a little bit. That way it's not too bright. I felt like it was a little bit too bright, but this is perfect. It looks shiny right now because I am getting hot and I am getting a little bit sweaty, but I'm not lying here. Everything is staying intact right now. And as I blend everything all out, it doesn't look overpowering. Now is the time to do the test. I'm gonna grab a water bottle and I'm just gonna like drop it all over my face, pat it lightly with a paper towel to see how much pickup there's gonna be. And I'll see if I can find like a separate video and attach it right here of the girl who, you know, does like the swipe and the pat dry. And supposedly it's like transfer free. It's like super waterproof. Well, we're gonna have to see. I was already in the market for something waterproof, and then I saw all those ads and I was like, see me. So I brought you guys over to my sink so I can do this over the sink. Got a water bottle. Oh, that's cold. We grab a paper towel. And lightly patting it. What do you guys think? I still have a little bit of water dripping from my face, but this is what my napkin looks like. Definitely not transfer free. That dries the parts of my face that are still a little bit wet, and then I'm going to zoom you guys in close to see if the foundation is still intact. See if I need to touch up any areas and see how well the foundation allows me to reapply Sometimes foundations have that tendency to pull from your face, and that's the one thing I cannot stand at all. It's so hard to find a makeup brand that doesn't do that. You guys in real close. So, forehead looks pretty good. Definitely, you can definitely see all that texture I was telling you guys about. Definitely touch up a little bit more there. Touch up, honestly, even better. It didn't pull up any foundation, and it still allowed me to touch up my face. And oh my gosh, maybe I might like do a little bit more concealer in the under eyes, but it looks great. Now the last test we're going to do is really going to cover up my tattoo. So in some of the videos I saw, they were using their hands to blend out the coverage on the tattoo. And I do have a tattoo we can definitely test it on. It's on my pelvis, and it's a solid bat. We're going to do this right now. Alright, so on the hip, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more and kind of adjust this camera to really get you guys a better shot of my little bat here. I got this done long time ago. I think this was back when I was in my very early 20s. I think I was like 20 years old when I had got this tattoo done. I actually have them on both sides right here, but I'm going to show you guys on this one. So I'm going to find the shade Walnut, which is the one that I have right here. I'm going to probably put like a drop of it right there, just enough, and then apply it with my hands. Definitely the right shade. I saw the girl do it with her hands to see how well it covered up, and we're definitely going to use the fingers. I don't know if I have to like pat this the whole time. We're definitely gonna have to see. Like I stated before, the foundation is medium to full coverage. Since I did put a little bit more on there than I expected, I think this is definitely full coverage. It's almost dry.
I want to be sure to make sure it really is what it says it is.
I wonder if it would make a difference if I used the sponge to like help out. Ooh, so the sponge does take away from the coverage just a little bit. You can actually see it right there trying to shine through. So let me just go ahead and just keep using my finger. I think I did pull off a little bit than I wanted to. You can see it peeking through. I wonder if I go over with the concealer, would it help? Got the Walnut concealer. Alright, so it's patted down completely. Here is the final. I mean, it's still kind of shiny because it is a little, it's still drying, but I don't think I really need to pat it anymore. So that compared to that, what do you guys think? I would say that's pretty good coverage. Actually, I could still see a little bit of it, like right there, but it actually looks really good. I'm actually quite surprised. Would I use this as a tattoo cover-up? Most likely not, but you know. Alright, so in the comment section down below, let me know what you thought about the tattoo cover-up. Would you use this brand as a tattoo cover-up? Because I know there's not a lot of makeup out there that is good at that. I don't think I would really use it for that, nor do I really have the need to cover up my tattoos. But it does alright with the like transfer test. It only transferred a little bit, so that's not really a huge deal for me, but the biggest part was the fact that the reapplication was actually really good. Better than most brands, to be honest, and I think maybe I should start doing more water resistant tests compared to a lot of foundations, because reapplication is something that's really important throughout the day, whether you're using a powder, setting spray, or like some kind of blotting, you always want to make sure that your powder or your foundation doesn't lift. And I know that is a problem with a lot of like brands out there. We can't be makeup influencers or beauty gurus out there that somehow always look flawless, but then you can never be sure what people look like in real life versus on camera. You know, everybody uses filters nowadays and everybody's really good at using Photoshop. I can't even remember how to use that to save my life, so don't ask me how to Photoshop anything, because trust me, this is all you get for real. So I'm gonna go finish the rest of my makeup, and then throughout the day I will give you guys time check-ins using my digital camera, so that way you guys will know what time of the day it is. I think I started this video, let's see, what time is it right now? It's actually 12:58 right now, and I actually started this video around, I think 11. I've been filming for a while, so I think I started this video around 10:30, probably 11 o'clock. I will see you guys later throughout the day. It's check-in time. It is 5:48 at the moment. I don't think you guys can really see the time on there. Let's try 5:48. And let's see how my face looks. I've eaten a little bit, and I did some outdoors gardening. It was hot, and then my allergies started to bother me, so I had to come inside. I started wheezing, and I was just like, oh, I'm dying. So definitely hot and sweaty. Makeup is still intact, surprisingly. Wow, so it looks really good. I'm actually not having any like dry patches, and the makeup has actually stayed intact. I'm actually pretty surprised. No gym today. It's gonna be a much needed rest day, so I will check in with you guys a little bit later to see how it goes. It's starting to get hot and sweaty in the house, so we see how we do. Oh, God, I'm so tired. Alright, final check-in. It is like 11 o'clock. It's been over 12 hours, actually. And I am tired, ready to clean my face. Let's do a deep dive on this gloriness. Alright, and remember I told you guys, you know, dry face, all that good stuff. You can see it's starting to get pretty dry. Oh yeah, it's starting to get pretty dry. Pretty flaky. Very textured right there. It's rubbing off. I mean, a lot has definitely happened. Jeez. But I think for over 12 hours of a wear test, it stayed pretty intact for the most part after all that sweatiness. I decided to just go take a shower, rinse off my body, and I think that had a lot to do with the breakdown of my makeup as well. Plus I ate dinner, and I used a napkin a lot, and so probably has a lot to do with why so much makeup is coming off. But that's going to be it for this wear test. I still think it's a really good formulated foundation and texture. Would I still continue to use it? Definitely. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a very thorough review / wear test. I will see you guys next time in another video. Have a good night. Bye.